I need to change the I need to change the title of my life. So it's going to be right. Let us. Oh wait, I need to change this one here. It should be this guy here. Okay. Oh wait. Oh wait. One more thing. Uh, 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 can you for level 0? This is level 0. Huh? Wait. That abstract was level 0? Alright. Um, where's the book? Wait, what is this tangle? Oh, yeah. Will I be able to finish? How many? Actually, how many are there for? How many are there for chapter 1? Let me just see. How many? I just want to check how many are there for. Oh, what book? Can we? Okay. We'll see. We'll see how much we can finish. Again, we'll see. All right. Um, Can you see the images? Yes or no? Just yes or no. All right. Um, this is what I will be working on. Okay, I don't think you can see. You know what? I don't even give a shit if you can see or not. That's none of my fucking concern. None of my fucking concern. You know what's my concern? Well, uh, I'm just going to learn them. Where's this? And where's the abstract? Let me just get the abstract quickly. The abstract is huge. It is huge. Based on this, can you explain one step? Let me understand thoroughly. And the next step, can you explain this image here? This image here. One step. Let me understand thoroughly, thoroughly. And then next step. So what does okay. I see there's a lot of math. Can we do less English, more math, and make it understandable rather than scary? So the core idea optimization means choose the best X. And a general form, the page gives that minimize the F naught of the function initial function subject to Fi of X being less than or equal to P of I. On variable, you have variables like X1, X2, X3, X4, so on and so forth. What's AADE? So for AADE, X of okay, what was the before that? Can you explain the object, the abstract, little, you know, easily? Like what's going on? Is it possible to break down like the core thing? Like, you know, what is the core here? Choose the best next action under uncertainty. Want to observe the environment, so system will gather the information. So you're gonna it'll gather the machines, it'll gather the ports, it'll gather the identities, it'll gather the privileges, it'll gather the cloud services, the trust relationships. So this will create some S of T, that is the current state. So these are all the machines, all the ports, all the identities, privileges, services, relationships created. We have that. A system never really sees a reality perfectly because some of the information is hidden, some of the information is noisy, incomplete, or uncertain. So the estimates would be that the probability for S of t in condition Z of t, meaning given some observation Z of t, how likely, what is the likely true state? So that's a state estimation. And then we generate the possible actions. The possible actions could be if scan the subnet, meaning gather info, then you enumerate the service, meaning you identify the vulnerability, Pivot the host, meaning move laterally. Escalate privilege to gain access. Stop action, meaning avoid detection. And then we predict the consequences, and then we optimize. So we have, so what is, so what we do is observe the environment. We estimate the reality through probability. We generate the possible actions. We predict the consequences, and then we optimize it. Cool. So, so the core idea. So this is convex optimization note one. Convex optimization note one. So the main theme. So step one, main idea or the main theme. So optimization means what? Optimization means choose the best X. So we choose the best X. So the main core of optimization is to choose the best X. X. In the general form, the general idea is that we will minimize f naught of x subject to fi of x less than or equal to b of I. The variable we have x being x1, x2, x3, x4, so on and so forth, all the way until xn. And these are the things that we want to control. What is AADE again? Wait. What was AADE? What's AADE again? What is AADE? Autonomous adversarial decision engine. Okay, autonomous adversarial decision engine. So, so these are the general idea. We want to minimize the f naught of x subject to f some function fi of x being less than or equal to b of I. And so the variable we have x as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. And that's the thing we want to control, or generally, that is the thing we control. And for AADE, there is the autonomous adversarial. What was it? Dude. Autonomous adversarial. Okay, autonomous adversarial decision engine. Autonomous adversarial decision engine. So, autonomous adversarial decision engine. So, for autonomous adversarial decision engine, I'm going to keep saying, okay, so it's AADE. what we want is that x being some vector x1, x2, x3, let's say x1 being the target, x2 being the exploitation, and x3 being the path. And we have our objective function. The objective function where f naught of x can measure the cost or can measure the risk or can measure the detection or can measure the time or can measure the reward. Measure the time, measure the reward. So for example, f naught of x can be detection of x minus, I don't know, success of x. I'm using AI. I'm using AI. I'm using AI to actually learn. And smaller the f naught of x, better. So smaller the better. So therefore, minimum for f naught of x mean safest plus strongest strategy. So we so obviously smaller the f naught or the objective function, better the strategy. So we want to make sure that the objective function f naught of x is smaller, which means it is better. So it's more optimized, meaning more optimized, more optimized. So that's the objective function. Your constraints, we have fi of x being less than or equal to b of I, meaning even if we were to have the objective function being smaller, it must stay within the limits. So for example, if the detection limit is less than or equal to 0.2, then for example, let's say for example, so let's say detection limit, we have a detection limit where detection of x being less than or equal to 0.2, we have a time limit, so time of x being less than or equal to 10, or we have the traffic limit where traffic x being less than or equal to 500. We choose x, we measure the f naught of x, we obey the constraint, and we find the x star. X star outputs the best possible decision. F naught of x is the function, like as a function. F naught of x is the objective function. F naught of x star, yes, it is the objective function, but that's the best possible decision. That is the decision that is going to output, but you must also understand that that best decision output must be less than or equal to the objective function. That's the code. I'm just going to use one quickly. All right, so all those, if I have x being detection limit I have the detection limit, I have the time limit, I have the traffic limit. Call this as x1, x2, x3. So we're going to get some best optima find we want to find the safest route. We want to find something that is safe, and we want to find something that is strong. Not just safe, but safe and strong. Meaning the route that they're going to select or the program will select, that is the fastest, and the route that they're going to select is the fastest, not fastest, safest, and these are washing quickly. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. 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 uh, sorry. Oh man, Valentine is getting battered, man. Holy shit. Oh yeah, she did. Wait. She did speak about the boat thing, right? The fuck is hantavirus? Hondius? What the fuck is Hondius? Dude, nah, another virus? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Wait. Wait your Greg, who's Greg? Oh, you're replying to people. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. It's fun. It's always fun, isn't it? So my vision would be, oh shit. Oh shit. All right, they can't hear me now. So your cybersecurity version would be, so we want to minimize the detection risk minus the attack success in regards to time, in regards to traffic, in regards to resources. So my vision would be minimize detection risk, detect, let's say some function. We want to minimize detection risk of X minus attack success of X in regards to, oh, she's getting battered, man. Wait. Someone said, please go get on that boat. Then I'll try to go for me to get your translate ass on that. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Greg commented. Who? Missing someone. Aw, my baby's missing someone. Who debated? Valentina's getting cooked. Like she's getting cooked. Like boom. Because the only reason people feared of all those debates and stuff is because I used to debate back. Um, like when people said something, I debated, counter argued to a point where people cannot say anything anymore. And to a point where I got so good in debates that Valentina didn't need to reply to anything. Now, even if she replies, her argument is like so. sloppy that it is very easy to find vulnerabilities on her argument, which makes it less and less and less scary to argue against. I mean, sure, she's very smart. Sure. Let's do these images, one image at a time. So, one image, let me understand thoroughly with thorough examples in correlation to my abstract and make sure it is understandable. So I used to like argue like when I had X, obviously now I'm on Shadowban, but when I had like on my prime times on February, March, I argued so well that nobody had the gut to debate back because you need emotion, right? And nobody had the gut to debate back because it is so difficult to debate back. Well, now even if Valentina does argue back, it never works because her argument is like very sloppy. You can already tell where the vulnerability is because the way Valentina speak, like people think then speak. Valentina is like speak then think. And now with her, I don't know, new partner or whatever, who is probably a software engineer, that may come badly. That may end up badly. Because now you speak then think, and everyone knows Valentina Gomez as someone who barks. I mean, I know she's right, but at the same time, right? So applications, but I'm not helping her anymore. Like I have no connection with her. Yeah, that's on you now. Like that's on her. Like she's 27 now. And like it's also embarrassing when she likes posts on when she likes the post that's literally insulting her. She's like literally taking the hard truth now. She's literally seeing that. Exactly. Someone says the clown show is you thinking this was a real photo and then playing it off like it doesn't matter if it's AI and not to prove a useless point. It's useless, exactly. Right? It's pretty useless. You see, even after going with an argument, it is so weak, right? So the page is saying optimization appears everywhere and everything follows. We need to minimize the function subject to some boundary, right? So finance version. So choose investments. So mathematically, you're going to have X being X1, X2, X3, where X1 being money in stock 1, X2 being money in stock 2, and X3 being money in stock 3. The goal is wait, wait. That what my abstract is about? Like I know you said example 1. Oh, let's use my example. Let's not use finance example. I know in the textbook there is finance example, but let's use my example, my abstract example, and real life, my abstract example, please. So we want to choose the best cyber action under uncertainty. So we define the state. So, my network or system at time k would be S of k. So S of k can be open hosts, active hosts, open ports, credential, detection level, privileges. So let's say active hosts, there are 12 active hosts, there are 5 open ports, there are 2 credentials, the detection level is 0.3, and my privileges are 1, right? Define the action. So your engine chooses actions. So we our actions will be scan, exploit, pivot, and escalate, meaning A1, A2, A3, and A4. And so we want to exploit the SMB, we want to pivot the host, and we want to reuse the credentials. And then action changes the state system. So current state is S of k, and then action will be A of k. Now the next state will be S of k plus 1. Mathematically, S of k plus 1 is F of S of k, A of k, because that is the so S of k plus 1 is the state after an action has been done. Because before the attack, we have one host and zero admin. And when we apply the exploit, which is the AFK being the privilege escalation, we have now one host compromise, one admin access. Hmm. Right? Makes sense. I like how he explained using examples. Very important that you learn with examples, not what the book says. Sure, you can learn what the book says, but at the same time, you must also. So the core part is that we want to choose the best cyber action under uncertainty. So we want to choose the best cyber action under uncertainty, right? So step one, We define the states. So define the state, not the states, state, the current state. So define the current state. So S of K being active hosts, open ports, credentials, detection level, and privileges. So for each of those, let's say, for example, we're gonna add value for each of those. So we're gonna say that, let's say, active hosts, there are 12 active hosts. We can say S of K. Again, this is not my example. This is not my example. This is the example from AI. This is the example from AI because the book has way too many words, and I just said less English, more maths. All right, this is not my example. So we're going to have 12 active hosts, 5 open ports, 2 credentials. The detection level will be 0.3 and you have 1 privilege. So meaning you're only probably the owner of whoever has access to, the owner of whoever has access to the device will have the privilege, right? So which means we have 12 active hosts, we'll have 5 open ports, we'll have 2 credentials, we'll have detection level at 0.3, and we're going to have 1 privilege, meaning probably the owner or the user, the owner of this device is going to, the owner of this device is going to have access, right? And then step 2, define the action. So define actions. So your engine will choose the action. Your engine if stupidity were an Olympic sport, you'd run. Nah, nah. If stupidity were an Olympic sport, girl, you'd bring home all the gold. Oh man, you should calm down with the insults, man. Like this is next level. Yeah, dude got clowned by a parody account. I don't even know who Greg is, but dude got clowned by a parody account. Dude, by Greg, who just loves hot dogs. And nah. Dude, is it still there? Holy shit, man. Uh, yeah, that'll go away very quickly. All right, so your my engine will choose actions. Chooses actions. Oh, she blocked me. Oh. Didn't block me. All right, so A of K, we're gonna exploit the. You know what? I'm just going to stop for some time.